We get the bystanders as well, sitting on the rocks, the little coral just watching out, seeing that unfold, and that was brutal. But it's another point for Class, and it's another point closer to Coop. We haven't seen Coop in the feed, so he hasn't gone down, but he hasn't got a limbs too. So Class is edging forward, and those kind of eliminations are the big difference as we see Crunchy here setting up a bit of an ambush tactic, and I'm not sure who's inside this house, but he knows they're rotating out, sets up with the AR. Can he get the shots to convert? And yes, he can. Cracks the shield off, only has one minion, Lunez, who we've seen have a pretty rough day here today. World Cup solo qualifier himself, falling, not able to keep up with the pace. Unfortunately, something went wrong, and Crunchy gets a big refresh and a big jump up that he needed.
Even as the newer up-and-comers, the stars that have been around, it's their time to shine. Will Blake do it? He's got 34 points. This is a battle that matters a lot. We talk about $1,000 engagements, big money on the line, and Blake loses to Clicks finally in the early game because Clicks needs it. 5 points separates Azers right now to the top 10. The big prizing on the line to do it is his wall. He makes the edit. He's looking to get the follow-up here. This is a huge engagement here for Azers, who's been doing well in the competition, just good enough to be in the conversation right now. And the point threshold is so close that he does not want to fall now, not to give away his positioning so far. Someone who also needs it is Jelty too. So on the line is the same thing for the two players. It's all the money, it's all the marbles, and that's it. He cashes in. Azers wins the engagement. He has just enough loot to fight his way out of the storm line too. There's someone nearby though listening into the battle. Gets the brakes put on him though. There's someone just outside of Salty Springs now putting in some shots, so he's gonna have to stop here. He's gonna have to heal up now, and this is digging into 2. Oh my gosh, the fact that he's using 2 shields right now just shows, it indicates that Aspect does not want to fall. He doesn't even want to leave anything on the table. It's use it or lose it in these situations, and I love it. He follows up with the hunting rifle. Beautiful shot right there for Aspect, and now the pressure's on though. It's Gabe. He's on his tail here, Aussie. That's right, and this could be a fight that will make or break Nanolite right now. This is a big fight, and the crash pad is actually going to send him flying out. And I'm not sure if that's a blessing or a curse right now, because Jack is well on his heels, and Nanolite has to make a big decision here. He can't stay here for much longer. If he does, it's an easy entry for the crash pad, especially with the rear terrain. Here it comes on the other side of the wall. It's a charged shotgun. Well timed on the exit there. And he catches Jack. Doesn't make the edit fast enough, though, and now he's shot a few times. That opponent, though, is very far off in the distance. I think he's going to be okay here to heal up and stay alive.
Yeah, but it's win the battle, possibly lose the war. He's on the back foot now. I didn't see too many meds there, and he's not in a good spot. As we see Panda, who's out in zone, not in a good spot, has the meds, but needs to get in to have the time to use them. He's left this rotate very, very late, and maybe it's this kind of missed timings on the rotate that could explain the 11 points. Not too high up there, but what can he do? Are there players around him who are high up on the leaderboard, like Keox, that can be ended just like that? Keox in 7th place going down. The analyst talked about it. We've talked about it. In solos, every interaction matters. Panda has not a showing to get top 5, top 10, or even close, but he's just taken Keox out, and that's why it matters so much.
Fortnite fan, we got to give shout outs to everyone that's made it this far, even players like Keox. He's still probably going to hold a very strong positioning in the comp so far. It's been a long, grueling set of FNCS quals, heat, and now grand finals as some of the favorites are falling here. Even Dubs now, Tahita, who are still trying to say, hey, we made it this far for a reason. They are the best of the best out there right now. The crash pad across the field here just to continue to keep him in the game. And that's how Dubs' run ends now and Hita's story begins here. But is it too late? It sure is, because we're in the last run now.
Yeah, you see there, Clicks was set up in the middle. On that elimination, he got on Blake, so he obviously has Pleasant Park now on lockdown. He got an elimination, got his Storm Surge, and hasn't had to move. He's just sitting in his box, so this could have been such a big game for Blake, but just like that, he goes down, and now Clicks has a chance to jump up there and maybe earn some extra money as Class in 2nd place right now. He came into this game 12 points behind Coop in 1st, so he needs to pick it up, needs to do something big, and as far as I'm aware, in Game 6 of the NA East Grand Final, Coop is still up and very much in the lead, and he's gonna have to fall shortly if anyone's able to overtake this one, and that's why we have eyes on Class, because he's the one trying to do it, trying to jump up and take over that spot, and with a loadout to do it. 4 floppers, 3 crash pads, and almost max material. He's played this Game 6 as the same way he's played every other game, and now he's got 2 eliminations on the board, just kind of creeping towards that top 50.
That's right, the difference here is going to be eliminations. He's going to need to get closer and closer, gather more and more if he wants to take a stab at the throne here.
Viv was tagged up, and Nanoline, I don't know how he got his way back into this one, showing why he's one of the best placement players in this tournament, showing why he performs in big stack lobbies on the day, upgrading with the AR. He's trying to get the loot if he can, gets a bit more metal, gets a lot of metal, I believe, and now he's going to finish this one out, and Aviv goes down. You called a monster, gets that big elimination close to the 2-point swing as well, as that was just inside top 50 placements. This player next to him knows, but as Coop does best, he comes out firing. Game 6, he's not going down. His story's not going to end like this. He wants to control it, but no, the third party comes in. Coop got his damage, but it might be too little too late. He's holding on to what little he has as it goes below 50, and Storm Surge changing up this lobby quickly. Coop could fall here, and maybe all eyes on Class, because Coop is looking the worst we've seen him all day.
This could still work though, even without the medium bullets. He has the one crash pad to rotate him closer to half in, half out. He's got a little bit of favor going into his pocket right now. We'll see, because if Coop falls, this leaves the table open. This leaves the opportunity up for players like Class, Booga, or Accept to snatch away the crown here. We talk about a few things need to go in your favor, is one of them being Coop needs to fall. We'll see though. Zero medium ammunition. He can't do much right now. He is literally a sitting duck here with a charged shotgun and no follow-up. He's trying to find loot.
This is what scares me. I think he needs to crash pad in. I think he needs to go for a fight soon. The longer he leaves us, the harder it's going to be to find. And there his player comes out 10 health. Can Coop do it? Can he get the one charge? And no, he can't. Coop falls just inside top 50. 59 points. That is your mark. People at home who have just tuned in, first place has gone down on 59 points. So when we tune into players like Class, like Accept, like Booga, who have a chance to overtake them, 59 points is their target. The speed has been set, and they will have seen that in the leaderboard. They will have seen that in the feed. They know that he's down, and they know they have a chance now. They can smell it. Victory might be attainable, because Coop has his worst game of the day in the last game of the NA East FNCS Grand Finals.
That's right. The opportunity for the biggest share of $500,000 is now accessible for everyone.
Accept now. Inside the cone, he's just sitting there right now, still has 5 crash pads as well, so good loadout, but he's got a lot of people around him, needs to start finding his way through if he can, and the crash pads come out. I don't think those were his, they weren't. He's getting aggressed on, and he just crash pads out. Nice play by Accept, who is currently in 3rd place on 42 points now, so he's got 17 points behind Coop, as Class is the only player above him, so he can drop in as well. As Accept can climb up there and try and overtake this position, and there it is. The elimination on the Colazo is going to be what does it.
That was so big. He's now at 44 points. He's getting closer and closer. Let's not forget, there's still other competitors in the airs. They're still alive here. Big launch pad to come out now to save so much material. He's trying to find out where to go. He even read the zone a little differently there for a second. Had to double check to make sure he was going in the right direction. Now though, he's found himself in the mid ground, in the high layer. Click still alive though, even after Elim onto Blake. Early on, still finding his frags here. So these are all players that are still trying to inch their way up to top 10 and break their way into a better placement for more money as well. Except looking back on the storm line now, trying to find any shots. There it is. There's one in front of him. Can he get it? Oh no, he's getting tagged up here, Aussie. This is looking kind of dicey. Anyone can dive in on him.
Anyone can get in at any time, and he's trying to get inside, but at the same time, he can go in on anyone with those 4 crash pads, and we haven't seen Class too much in the feed, so Class is still up, and he's still pushing, he's still kicking, but he's not gearing up, he's not accelerating, he's not trying to take over that first place position. Coop is holding on to his lead, sitting back and watching this, and he has eyes on Accept, he has eyes on Class, and so far, it's looking good for him as we're seeing this one close out, and I've got eyes on Clicks, who is dropping big eliminations coming into this endgame. Booger in there as well in our 4th place, so we still have 3 of the top 4 alive with the first place taken out, and this is what you want to see for a game. Closing out of Booger, picking up the pace. This is the gas. He's hitting the pedal. He's going forward, trying to find what he can to get back into this one to maybe take first place or a bigger chunk of this $500,000. He's going to keep pushing through, and we've talked about it. Booger is so good in these end games. I saw Class fly past the screen too, Monster. We'll have to see how he's closing this one out in 2nd place.
It's anyone's game, and Booga took out D-Roller, and that's why I gasped there, because that's huge too. Oh my gosh, the response fire from Accept onto Dijon. Another point. Remember, he is so close now. If he can get this victory, if anyone can, that's it. But no, Accept's taking out the competition. His opportunities are over. Class is still alive. He's following up. He's got enough. 53 right now. He just has to stay in it. 120 material and flop versus play. A little bit in the zone now. Zone's not going to pop into his favor, so he has to push through now. It's an opportunity here. He needs to find someone. He's behind, sitting in the zone, though. Will these ticks be ones that he's going to regret? We'll find out now. He's going for the box fight. He's going for first place. He wants the throne. He wants to take it here. Can he grab a crown?
Oh,
right now, Class, no! Loses the exchange to AJ, and it's all over for Class now. He's out of the game.
It's eyes on Booger. Booger can jump up here in a big way now. I don't know whether he can overtake Coop. This might be Coop's final lap, winning round. Watching this close out as we tune in with Who Fishy. Booger in 4th place is our highest player alive. Still left, and he falls. It is. This is Coop's tournament, but we have more money to give out, and we have more people to overtake. Coop has undeniably won this game, but Who Fishy pushing forward, trying to have his moment and jump up, finish the games hot because he started a little bit cold.
Oh my
Gets the
gosh.
elimination. 4 players alive. Can Who Fishy pick up the game 6 win? Bully. We have so many aggressive big names in this one. Bully on the high ground, pushing forward, has that position of command. Can he finish it off? And Bully is so good in the box. AJ falls, 3 players alive. This is the closing moments of NA East Grand Finals Game 6. Bully needs to close this one out. 30 points. He's had a big rise at the end. Can Who Fishy close it out too? Or is Zentil gonna go down a storm? He's playing it slow on the low side. Can he get back out? Bully in such a good position, has all the mats,
So
has
close.
everything, and Who Fishy
so
takes down
close.
Till. So it's Bully versus Who Fishy. Who's got the better aim? Who's got the better mechanics? As this is going to come down to a shotgun versus shotgun,
Here it is.
1v1. I can't see either going for the heal off. No one's going to be able to close it out. It's Coop's day, but can Bully or Who Fishy close it out and get the win to stand on the podium at the very end?
Oh.
And it's Bully who does it. Who Fishy falls, and Bully has a massive game back to jump into it, Monster.
And one thing we saw particularly during Europe when Tayson had such a huge lead, you had to go, but Class was only 6 points behind there at the end. There were still 17 players left when he ended up falling, so he could have made a run at it, but
just across the board, I could not be happier with how things have gone. NA East absolutely put on a show for us. It was neck and neck. As Shai mentioned before, these standings have changed, right? It was just a constant slugfest. Coop, though, did manage to put all the pieces together, hold on until the very end.
I mean, I'd be exhausted too. You did a great job hosting through the entirety of this. Let's flip on over here to the next page to cover that out. We can't shine too much light here on Zeke as we see Calc in 21st, OA Crims in 22nd, Liquid Gabe 23rd,